What up guys, self-isolation day 2, pretty much just working on all the cars, got all these to do work on, plus the Mark X and the Crown over at home. Got oil there, filters up there, so services on everything, got the 52 Daimler to do some work on, frost plug and a few other bits. So the Jeep's almost finished. Got a few bits and pieces left to do, all the wiring's done, everything's cleaned up and looking good. Got the power steering pump finished, new belt, spaced out the mounts. As you can see here, we've used some washers, done some work around here, all the hydraulic lines are run, it's full, all that stuff's done, so we've just going through at the moment. The exhaust pipe ideally needs to be, we've finished that and re-welded it back together from when me and the boys cut it off. There's a steel carbon based bloody seal in here that's stuffed. It's actually the wrong size, so we need to, when we can actually go get parts, we're going to replace it, but it's going to work for now. It's doing its job. Pretty much we're just charging the batteries up and waiting, and then we'll give it a go, try fire it, set dizzy and timing and all that crap. Rerun the snorkel. A lot of people are commenting about this on different pages and that, asking why we've used this tubing over a steel snorkel. Pretty much this truck was built in 48 hours. So when this truck was originally built, it was literally a bare shell that was a factory. They cut it clean through here. You can see the mark here where they cut straight through. And they shortened the entire truck. They cut the chassis, the drive shafts, the whole lot, welded it all back together, sleeved the chassis, slammed a 4.1 in it, and got it to run. So it was sort of a rushed build. As we're going along, we're rebuilding and fixing things that were never done properly. The snorkel, to me, I could go and bend a bloody steel snorkel that runs neatly up around here, but this truck is pretty much my childhood. I remember this dad and my granddad competing in this when I was like 8, 5, somewhere around there. I remember hunting in this thing over the years, and like there's certain things about this vehicle I just don't want to change because it has a lot of it brings back a lot of memories. Yesterday we did some panel beating on the door, brought all this back out, welded the hinges back up. Fuel tank's going to be the next wee project. Change up the breather line here's snapped out of the tank, so we're going to have to fix that and run another breather line. But lighting, still got the original bulbs. When we do start competing and seeing how this compares to other vehicles that are out there and all that kind of stuff, and what we actually want to do with this truck, I'll probably assess putting LED replacements that you can buy in, and maybe a big ass light bar front and rear. It just really comes down to what we end up doing in it. But yeah, so I thought I'd give you a self-isolation day 2 update. Pretty much for the next month I'll just be working on vehicles, trying to find out what places are still open to buy gaskets and parts for, so, and primer and paint and stuff like that, so I can do something. I want to try to get the 33, the 20 det and the 33. I want to get the Bluebird primered, and just, yeah, spend this next month working on cars, limiting down my projects, and just getting things done because I've got time. I'm not pressed by coming home from work, working on the cars, getting sick of it, and I've got all the time in the world at the moment, and if this drags out I'm going to have a lot more fucking time to work on shit. So hope you guys are all staying safe, hope you guys are abiding by your country's lockdown rules if you're in lockdown. Don't go driving around unless it's absolutely necessary. the government, to a lot of people are pissed off about this whole lockdown thing. But at the end of the day, I can see why the government's doing what it's done, and they're doing right, trying to do right by the people and like the population. So just abide by the rules, do as you're told, don't be dickheads and go doing skids on the road and all that kind of shit unless you either have a private skid pad or whatever. Obviously a little Johnny outside the intersection as you're bloody leaving somewhere, yeah, that's fine, but don't go drifting and all that kind of shit, because at the end of the day, emergency services are flat out doing other shit, and they don't have the time to come deal to us doing crashing our cars and flipping them and all that kind of crap. So just be mindful for the people who are actually still working and the emergency services which are being stretched to their capacity. So I'll catch you guys in the next video, and enjoy your time off if you got time off.